So you guys may have heard of GitHub Copilot. It's an AI pair programmer that can suggest code and entire functions in real time. Copilot can also help with comments and documentation by interpreting what your code is doing. So here's a random script I wrote in college for a machine learning course. I didn't document it very well because I was probably rushing trying to submit it by 11:59 p.m., but that's no problem because Copilot can help me figure out what's going on here. This script loads the images and labels from the training set and creates a TF record file. Okay. And the TF record file contains a serialized example for each image in the training set. Okay, what is a TF record file? So a TF record file is a serialized version of the data set. Okay, sweet. So from this description, it's starting to come back to me. I can gather that we were attempting to read in some images and labels and serializing them by converting them to TF records so that they can be read by TensorFlow while training our machine learning model. Thanks, Copilot.
I can never remember how to get the item from the rec. Now, that's not what we want here, but if we give it a little bit more information like this, oh yeah, it's on the body. Whenever I'm working in React, I tend to forget things like, how do I add an inline style to like an H1 tag? But what you can do is just add a comment with the control / here and just say an H1 with inline style. You don't even have to spell it right. And there you go. And it's super helpful in CSS. I can never remember how to highlight a list item when a user mouses over it, but Copilot knows. Or things like I can never remember how to get rid of the bullets in the list. And again, you don't have to spell this correctly. Copilot knows. And finally, the thing that nobody can remember. GitHub Copilot is really good at doing stuff you probably don't want to do, like writing regex. Say we want to match all capital letters in a string. We don't even have to spell that correctly, and it can generate. You might not trust that this is correct, so to test this, you can use the regex previewer extension, and when you enable that, you get this new test regex button, and if you click that button, a window will open up, and you can test and see that yes, it does match all the capital letters as we requested. And best of all, if you're working along in a project and you come across some crazy regex and you're like, what does this even do? You can ask Copilots. You can say, what patterns does this regex match? And then it will tell us it matches all of these patterns. It will actually enumerate these as we go down. And you can see all of the different, this is a date regex clearly, and it matches all of these different patterns, and it will just keep on going here. And to verify this, we can go ahead and run our test regex and see that GitHub Copilot is correct. You may be aware that GitHub Copilot can write code for you, but did you know that Copilot is based on the Codex AI, which is a descendant of the GPT-3 AI, which is conversational. So you can actually ask Copilot questions if you put it in the right format. Use a queue so that Copilot knows it's a question, and you can ask it pretty much anything. Now, as a developer, you can exploit this to your advantage. For instance, let's say you start a merge, you want to cancel a merge, but you don't remember how. Just ask Copilot. It will spit out the command for you to abort this merge. And it knows a lot about Git. So we can ask it all sorts of things, like, for instance, how do I list out my Git remotes? Or something else I forget a lot, which is, how do I undo an add when I've already added files? I want to undo that. It's a reset, that's right. And then finally, even things you'd think it wouldn't know, like how do I remove files that I've added to the git ignore, but they're still in my repository? Boom, there you go.
So if you're familiar with GitHub Copilot, you know that people use it to assist with writing code, but did you know it could help you with your relationships too? All right, so I can come over here and type in create function how to nicely break up with girlfriend. Gives me a function. I'm sorry, but I don't think we should see each other anymore. Now let's say I change my mind and I wanted to create a function to apologize. I hit tab and it gives me a function to apologize. I'm sorry I was wrong, please forgive me. That's pretty good. Next, I want to create a functions to get back together with girlfriend. I love you, let's get back together. For more tips and tricks, make sure to subscribe.